this is your review for test 7. The first question, write an equation that is parallel to the equation y equals 5x minus 7. There's lots of answers for this question because if we want a line that's parallel, the only thing that we need is for the slopes to be the same. So whatever equation might have a 5x, and then so that slope of 5 would need to stay the same. So maybe it's 5x plus 1. Y equals 5x minus 4. Y equals 5x plus 2. All of those equations are parallel to each other. Number 2, write an equation that is perpendicular to the equation y equals negative 6x plus 3. So if we want perpendicular to that negative 6 slope, negative 6 is over 1. And remember, with perpendicular, we change signs and we flip the fraction, or we take the reciprocal. So flip fraction. So if I flip the fraction, that's 1 over 6, and I change signs, that's negative, therefore this is positive 1 over 6. So any equation that has a 1 over 6 slope will work. I could just make it go through 0 and leave it just like that. I could have it y equals 1/6x minus 4, 1/6x plus 12. All of those equations would be perpendicular to y equals negative 6x plus 3. What is the slope of the line parallel to the line that goes through those points? So we need to find the slope that goes through those points. So we make our table, 5 and 10, negative 4. Oh, I'm doing what you guys do. My bad. Make our table, make sure the x and the y go in the correct spots. 5 and 10, negative 4 and 28. 10 is a y number, therefore I had to change it. So we're going to find bottom minus top. 28 minus 10 is 18. Negative 4 take away 5 is negative 9. And we do rise over run. Remember, the y number is rise, so it's 18 over negative 9. Divide them out, we get negative 2 as the slope going through those 2 points. So if we want a line parallel to that line, then we would use the same slope. Parallel is same slope. So parallel slope would be negative 2 still. What is the slope of the line perpendicular that goes through the points? So remember, inside the parentheses is x, outside is y, inside x, outside y. So we're going to plug them in, xy table again, get our slope, negative 3, 2, 27, negative 8. Find bottom minus top. We get negative 10 here. 27 take away negative 3. A lot of people said this is 24, but remember, you're taking away negative. That's the same as adding. And so this is 30. Rise over run, negative 10 over 30. If you divide those out on the calculator, it says 0.33333333. If it says that, you know if you hit the math button and enter, it's going to change it back to a fraction for you. So this is going to be negative 1/3. That's the slope that goes through those points. And if we want perpendicular slope, we would change the sign to positive and flip it. It becomes 3 over 1. But 3 over 1 is the same as just 3. So m is 3. What is the equation of the line that goes through the points? So first thing we need to do if we want the equation is make our xy table. 6, negative 5. If you do negative 5, take away negative 11, that's the same as adding this. And so you've got 5 negatives, 11 positives, that's 6. 6 take away 7 is negative 1. And rise over run. M equals 6 over negative 1. So the slope is negative 6. We got M. So the next thing we need to do to write the equation, we need to pick a point. Plug it into y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to choose this point because it doesn't matter which one. So the y is negative 5. The m is negative 6. And x is 6. Negative 6 times 6 is negative 36. We want to get b by itself, get 0, so plus 36, plus 36. So b is 31. And finally, we write out the equation y equals negative 6x plus 31. That is our equation. Sorry, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. We got number 6 in the equation. Fx equals gx plus k. That's the same as if I were to write fx equals gx plus or minus any number. That k just represents what you're adding or subtracting here. So maybe it's gx plus 4. So what the top one means is to get f, you have to go down 1 from g. Or the bottom one means to get f, you have to go up 4 from g. So what that k number means is it tells you how much up or down. Up and down, anything up and down, we call that vertical. And we're shifting the line up or down, so k represents vertical shift. On a graph, the equation fx equals gx plus 3.5 would mean that fx would be shifted blank units from g. So if we're at g, that means we have to go up 3.5 to get to f. So f would be shifted up 3.5 units from g. That means f is on, so here, if this is f is up 3.5 from whatever g may be. So, and those lines are supposed to be parallel. If fx equals gx minus 4 and gx is 7x plus 23, we're going to find fx. So we are going to take gx and we're going to plug it in for g. You got fx equals gx minus 4. So in for g, we're going to plug it in, bring everything else down. Gx is 7x plus 23. Therefore, they're on the same side of the street, 23 and negative 4. Therefore, we're going to just combine like terms. That's going to give us 7x. 23 take away 4 is 19, so plus 19. That means g is up at 23 on the y-axis, way up here, and it's some, I guess 7x should be. A slope of 7 probably doesn't look quite like that. Slope of 7 would look more like, here's 23, slope of 7 looks more like that. And f is down 4 units, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so that would be 19, and same slope, 7x. Those lines are supposed to be parallel. If fx equals gx minus 14 and fx is this 1/2 x minus 8, we're going to plug that in for f. So fx equals gx minus 14. F is 1/2 x minus 8. Bring everything down, gx minus 14. We want to know what g is. We want g all by itself on one side. So if you have a minus 14, we're going to add 14 to get 0, add 14 to get 0, or got to do it to both sides. So we'll be left with 1/2 x. Negative 8 plus 14 is positive 6. So g is 1/2 x plus 6. And if you think about what that means, this is down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up 1 over 2. F would look like this, whereas g would be up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up 1 over 2, same slope, gx. So what this says, it says you take g, take away 14, and that gives you f. If fx equals gx minus 6 and gx is 4 times 3 to the x, we're going to substitute again just like the last one. So we're plugging this in for g. 4 times 3 to the x, bring down the minus 6, and bring down fx. Since there's no like terms, we just leave it side by side just like that. Oh, but we're not done. On this one, we are actually given the x number here for x. It says x is 2, so we're going to plug in a 2 for x. It's going to be 4 times 3. Plug in the 2 for x, and then minus 6. Order of operations says we're going to do exponents first. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 minus 6 is 30. So our final answer for number 10 is 30. If fx equals gx minus 3 and fx is 7 times 5 to the x, then we're going to find gx. So we're going to plug fx in. Fx is on this side. We're going to plug in 7 times 5 to the x. Bring everything down. Gx minus 3. We want to get gx all by itself on one side. So we're going to add 3 to get 0. Add 3. And because there's no like terms over on this side, we have 7 times 5 to the x. And then plus 3 on the side. We can't combine anything. That's how we leave it. Gx, 7 times 5 to the x plus 3. Fx equals x squared minus 3x plus 11, and gx is 3x squared plus x plus 2. We are going to add the two functions together. That means we're going to combine like terms. If you have x squared, that's the same as 1x squared, and 3x squared, we can put those together. And if you have 1 with 2 x's and a 3 with 2 x's, we're just saying how many total do we have with 2 x's. We have a total of 4. So you don't change the x squared. It's still, you're just saying how many x squareds do you have? You have a total of 4. So this next one, we're going to combine negative 3 plus x. Negative 3 plus x is negative 2x. And the last ones here, positive 11 and positive 2 make positive 13. That would be the two functions added together. That's all we can do. Can't simplify it anymore. If fx equals negative 15x minus 6, gx is 12x minus 4. Here it says we're going to subtract the two. So negative 15x minus 6. Take away 12x minus 4